What's going on? What's going on, good people? It's your boy Smooth and my brother
Yo, it's your
Dames.
boy Dane here with
What's going
Smooth.
on? Happy New Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody.
Nope, you ain't do it right.
What?
Trading places, dude. Every year I got Merry New Year.
Merry New Year. Merry New Year. That's what's up. That's what's up. How was your New Year's Day though? How you bringing the New Year's?
Oh, I went to work.
You went to work? Hey,
Retail
make that
life.
money. Yeah, make that money. Make that money. Mine's
Screw
for
that. I
chill.
want the day off.
I spent it with my daughter. We ain't do much. Just chilled at the crib. Watched some of the fireworks. You can see the fireworks from my bedroom window. So we ain't really do too much. I wanted to bring it in quiet and and serene. I wanted to be as peaceful as possible.
Unlike the rest of the year. Gotcha.
So let's hop right into it, bro. Let's hop right into it. Since today's Sunday, let's get into some football. I want to talk. Well, let's start off Saturday. We was just talking before college football. Who your boys lose to? The Wolverines.
Yeah, they lost to Georgia, man. Hey, they got beat by another SEC team. No, that's the affiliate of the NFL,
Mm-hmm.
bringing in those college players. Hey, but they gave it a good run. That's all I gotta say.
I could dig it. I could dig it. My boys
At least,
lost.
at least they didn't get shut out.
In fact, my
Hey,
boys. What you was about to say? Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, hey, that was a dig at Michigan State fans because they've been trying to dog Michigan fans for losing in the playoffs this year. I'm like, hey, we didn't get shut out 35 zip though. Just saying.
Hey, hey, that, my boys. They do what they do every year. Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. Get to a bowl game, have a great season, get to a bowl game and fold it. We lost to Oklahoma. Uh, I mean, it was part for the course. We had a new coach. Of course, everybody know our coach had left us. We lost to Oklahoma State. Excuse me, not Oklahoma, Oklahoma State. But, so we had the new coach in there. We lost 37-35. We was up like 28-14 at halftime. And, man, them boys rolled off like 30 straight points on us. 30 straight points on us. And it was over after that. It was over. It was over. Nah, man. I miss who else? Alabama.
Given.
As usual. As usual. This whole year, everybody had them who they had beating them. They had Georgia.
Yeah, they did.
They beat down Georgia early what was that, like December 4th or something like that, 41-24.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they clinched it yesterday with the ass whooping over Cincinnati.
The
You feel me?
Bengals. I'm sorry. I was about to say the Bengals. I'm sorry. Used to saying Cincinnati Bengals. I'm not used to this Cincinnati team, which I got mad respect for. They've been coming up for the last couple of years. Actually, they deserve to be in the ranks.
Yeah, because Cincinnati was never I guess no powerhouse football program that everybody talked about like that. You feel me? So for them to be in the mix like that is definitely big time.
Right.
Definitely big time. Well, since we're talking about Cincinnati, we can hop right into the NFL. We can talk about the Cincinnati Bengals. They played the Kansas City Chiefs today. Yeah. And I think their quarterback, Joe Burrow, got hurt at the end of the game. It was wild. It was a wild game, if nobody's seen it. Did you see? You said you ain't get a chance to catch it, right?
No, man. I went totally lazy mode as soon as New Year's hit. I'm like, I ain't doing nothing.
I get it. I could dig it. They played Kansas City today. So it was like they was on the goal line. End of the fourth quarter. You feel me? They actually went for it on fourth down and got stopped, but it was a double penalty. Double penalty on the offense and the defense, so they had to replay fourth down. But on that play, their quarterback got hurt. The quarterback got hurt. It was at the end of the game, so brought the sub in there. He just kneeled down. They kicked the field goal to win the game. But it's going to be interesting to see going forward if Burrow going to be able to play.
Man, just sit him out.
What's their record? I gotta check their record.
Uh,
I mean, it's been a lot of good. We gotta talk about my boys who's been on an amazing run so far. Right at the end of the season, the Eagles,
the Cowboys.
Nah. The Cowboys got their ass whooped.
No, I saw a meme yesterday or today about teams, NFL teams that've beaten 10 or plus win teams. My Lions are on there, but the Cowboys aren't, and they have a winning record.
Yeah. They've been stumbling down at the end of the season. But before we get to them, let me talk about my boys real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you get the right to shine today.
Yeah, we beat the Washington football team. Now a few weeks ago, they chipped us and everybody, and they was looking like they was on the come up. Everybody was concerned about them catching the Cowboys, like they was in the hunt. But since then, I think today we gave them their 4th loss in a row. So we right there, and if it wasn't for Rieger missing a couple passes in the game earlier this season, we would be playing the Cowboys for the division next week. But my boys got a good chance of making it to the playoffs. From you talk about grinding from the bottom. You feel me? Grinding from the bottom. It was looking bleak about 4 or 5 weeks ago, but we here now. So guaranteed ourselves a winning record. So shout out to my boys. Eagle up.
You know what? I just hate that I love they got hot at the right time, like at the end of the year, to play their butt off. But I think it's going to wear on them when they get to the playoffs and see how deep they go, because you use a lot of energy trying to get to where you got to go.
I feel like we hit our stride at the perfect time.
No, I'm not saying y'all did hit the stride at the right time, but those losses that came early could have been prevented. It could have. There's a lot of wear and tear on the mental, and you keeping that stride. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have to work as hard to keep that stride going.
Facts. And I misspoke earlier. We chipped Washington earlier. I misspoke. They ain't beat us. We chipped them. But I don't know, bro. I kind of prefer it now because like look at Arizona. Luckily they beat Dallas today. But Arizona, they coming off a losing streak. You feel me? They was on a roll, and then they went on a losing streak, and they finally got one today. Like I don't want my team, and like Dallas, they basically got the division clinched.
But it's off crap.
Yeah, and the way they ended the season, they ain't ending on a high note. So like I'd rather my team kick it up like the last 4 or 5 games of the year going into the playoffs. So we got that confidence.
Well, it's when you get hot too, because I don't want them going in with a desperation. When you play with desperation, that can weigh on you, emotionally and use all your energy. But if they would have went in hot, already with a winning streak, without have to worry about trying to back their way into the playoffs or the urgency, I don't think it would be as big of a struggle. Like when Kansas played great last year and the year before, when they got themselves into the playoffs without worrying about that sense of urgency.
Facts.
That's just my take on it. That's my perspective.
I could dig
like Dallas, they just like, it was just an interesting stat when I saw that. Like, you mean Dallas Cowboys haven't beaten a team with a 10+ win record? So does that make their wins fraudulent against those other teams, or? But
then you gotta look at it like this too. A couple of those teams they beat, was rolling earlier, and then they went on a losing streak. As some of those teams went on a losing streak as well. So, and then some, like the Eagles, for example. Eagles record, they had the NFC East to be kind of bad, but I think the Eagles we're not gonna get 10 wins, but we should have been a 10-win team. It was a couple games we gave away. They beat us earlier. You feel me? So that matters. Like those, so when people be like, they ain't beat a 10-win team, I'd be like, man, listen, all they got to do is beat. They can only play who's in front of them. You feel me? Now, I ain't caping for Dallas because I ain't a Dallas fan. I want them to lose every single game. And
Man,
especially
that's my
year.
Christmas. When they lose, Christmas.
Exactly. So I ain't, but I want to talk about Tampa Bay. First, we're gonna get.
What?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Before we get to Tampa Bay, because this is interesting. My Lions lost 51-29 against the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. And Green Bay's up 20-3 against Vikings.
Right. And the Seahawks not even really that good this year. That's what make it crazy.
Well, neither is Detroit, so but that's every year. That's every year.
But they allowed them to put up 51 on y'all. Like, sheesh. Like that's a bit much. Shoot, the Patriots beat the Jaguars 50-10, which is wow. Like this is different NFL for what we grew up on. Boy, they putting up 50.
I don't know.
Like
it seems like everything went back in full circle. The Patriots are killing teams again.
Yeah, man. Everybody gotta give Bill Belichick his just due. You feel me? Everybody was talking down on him last year when
TB won.
Yeah, but he let you know.
You know what they're pushing for?
What?
You know what they're pushing for? I thought about it. They're pushing for that Bill Belichick, Tom Brady Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
I don't know. Not without an Antonio Brown on the team.
Yeah, but to get to that game, I just want to say he proved. Like Tom keep proving his legendary status. So if anybody don't know, during the game, everybody should know now. Y'all boy Antonio Brown had another meltdown. I don't know what happened. According to Bruce Arians, on the sideline, he told AB to go into the game a couple of times, and AB refused. You had Evans over there, Mike Evans, trying to talk to him and calm him down, and he just snapped. You see him taking off his shoulder pads, his jersey, and he just threw it. Chucked the deuces to the crowd and walked off. And at the press conference, Bruce Arians was like, he's no longer part of the team. So in my mind, I feel like that's it. Ain't nobody ever gonna pick up. That's the end of his career. You feel me? Ain't nobody gonna put up, And I was reading something after it happened, like he was 5 catches away from getting a $333,000 bonus, another like some yardage away from getting another $333,000 bonus. Like he was right there. Like he probably would have got that either this game or next game, and he just threw that all away. You feel me? He act like a diva. You know what I mean? I ain't really I ain't a fan of it. Personally,
I'm a fan of his talent, not the fan of him.
Yeah, but at what point does the talent not even be worth the hassle? It should be now. I don't think nobody else gonna pick him up.
I wouldn't. Like some headaches, you will live and die with certain headaches and certain hills you will die on. Mm-hmm. This is not one of them you will die on. You'll be like, nope, I'll take the other hill.
Mm-hmm.
Because Aaron Rodgers, he's getting close to that hill. In fact, I think he's there.
As far as what? What you mean? What hill?
Is that me?
No, that's me. Which?
As far as the talent outweighing the problems he causes for the team.
You think Aaron Rodgers' his talent is causing too much problems? And his talent?
I think he's getting close.
Aaron Rodgers liable to be the MVP of the league this year. I don't think he's close at all. I don't even think That's in the same ballpark. To be honest with you, it's
he's not on Antonio Brown level, but he's still a troublemaker. I mean, causing waves.
Nah, Aaron Rodgers. Nah.
There's a lot going.
Yeah, but it ain't. Shoot, man. Listen, they liable to win the Super Bowl this year, bro, because of that, man. That's how good he playing. Like, he ain't really caused no. He said he want to be there. It was them. They the ones who messed up. They the ones that drafted that boy Jordan Love, and they know they shouldn't have drafted him.
I'm not talking about that. It's just other stuff that he does outside of football that's counterproductive for him to be on the field. Like, we're not gonna talk about the hot topic of what's going on around the world today with certain viruses and him lying about it, and where that can probably keep him off the field. That can, potential lead on to on-field productivity problems.
There's no mandate.
If you got something for him, you off the field, huh?
Yeah, but there's no mandate. There's no mandate for him to have to take the shot. Like, he's not required to take the shot. You feel me? The team knew this from the beginning. It was just that the NFL, they ain't lied to him. They ain't he ain't get in trouble for not taking or lying about taking the vaccine. It's like he's not really required to.
But certain cities, don't you have to perform in certain cities? Don't you have to be vaccinated?
Not according to.
Or is that just like in the NBA?
That's just in the NBA. You feel me? The NFL is different. Like, he ain't got to worry about none of that. If he got to go under health and safety protocols, that can happen to players. We've seen it. It's happened to players who are vaccinated. You feel me? Like, he ain't really.
No, I was under the impression that they, for our city rules, in order to perform or work in certain places, you have to be vaccinated, like the NBA.
Nah. The only one in the NBA is like the Toronto going to Canada. Canada ain't letting nobody in if you're not vaccinated. Brooklyn, you have to be vaccinated to be in public areas. But like certain players, like for instance, Kyrie could go into certain cities. Their mandate says, when you come here, just make sure you stay in your hotel room or wherever you at, and you can't go around the city. You feel me? So they all different. It ain't like they can't enter. You feel me? So, but like Aaron Rodgers, like the NFL ain't like the NBA. The NFL ain't had that mandate, so to speak.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So like Aaron Rodgers, that's why his fine was what it was.
See that's what. Okay. So now I'm taking a step back on what I said about Aaron Rodgers, because I thought it was the same as the NBA. Like, they had certain mandates for their players, trying to protect people and have different protocols for that.
Nah, he wasn't even fined for the vaccine. What he was fined for was not wearing his mask and stuff during the
press conferences
and stuff. You feel me?
Right.
And as far as Antonio Brown, what Antonio Brown did was he actually gave them a fake medical card. You feel me? That's what did him in right there. That he lied about that. That's what when everybody was trying to compare the two, I was like, it's two different things. It's two different things.
He blatantly lying and just not doing whatever is two different. Like, you had to go through a lot of steps to get a fake medical card. You muted.
Oh, I said exactly. That's why his cook snitched on him. I mean, straight snitched on him.
But what can you say about somebody who throws dildos at his baby mama? Though, I'm just saying, like, who rides around in a vehicle with dildos?
And that's why he is out of the league right now. That's like, but
can somebody dig up their own?
Yeah, I want to get back to TB though. Them boys left too much time on that clock, even after AB left the field, quit on his team. Them boys left too much time on that clock for Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers, it was like 2 minutes.
You mean Tom Brady?
Yeah, Tom Brady. Excuse me, Keith. You got me talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Sorry.
So Tom Brady. So mind you, they playing the Jets. So the Jets, first, before we even get to that, the Jets are at their goal line, right? And it's 4th down. So they up 4. So instead of the kicking the field goal to go up 7, what they try to do, go forward on 4th, get the touchdown, try to end it. The Tampa Bay boys stopped them. Gave way too much time. Tom Brady marched 9 plays right down that field. Touchdown. Then, boom, 2-point conversion. Over. Game over. You know what I mean? Like, he continues to solidify. I had a long, hard time, like, considering him the GOAT quarterback. And I still, waver on that because of the era. Like, the quarterbacks got it real easy. But, man, that's a bad boy. That's a bad
finally coming to my side, huh?
Yeah, man. Not quite yet. I still like,
No, he is my favorite quarterback. Great. But if you give the same rules as today implemented for the 80s and 90s, Magic Joe Montana.
Magic Dan Marino.
Man, he could actually have a chip.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel me? Like them dance. Man, the way he used to throw that ball, man, listen, wasn't nothing like it. Wasn't nothing like it. He ain't never had no real superstar.
Steve Young could have another. He could actually have 3 or 4.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Houston Oilers. Dang it.
Warren Moon.
Yeah, Warren Moon. Thank you.
Yeah,
had a brain fart there. Like,
yeah.
Ooh, how could Warren Moon?
Yeah, I used to rock with Warren Moon. Warren Moon, he killed that. He killed that narrative that all black people are athletic. Because he was not athletic at all. All
he had
quarterbacks, he had an arm.
But he was smart.
He was smart. Well, boy, listen, he get out that pocket. It looked nasty. Him running. You feel me? Like, oh, man. Like, he ran like it hurt. You feel me?
He ain't put enough Bengay on you.
Yeah. He ran like, oh, man. My back and my head.
Yeah.
That's how he ran.
He switched to icy hot between the games.
Oh, man. Right now, you want to switch to basketball? I'm talking about some basketball right now.
As long as we can stay away from LA because they suck.
Oh, they my boy was doing a thing. They actually playing right now. I got them on today playing Minnesota. Cat not playing though.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards out there. Anthony Edwards gonna be a superstar.
Yes.
Anthony Edwards. Look out for them Bucks. They're getting it together. Giannis playing like an MVP again.
Oh yeah.
So I got them. I still got them coming out the East.
Is Boogie going to get his first ring finally?
I don't know. Depends on who come out that West.
Does Phoenix still looking good?
Phoenix looking great. They beat the brakes off Charlotte today. 133-99. Phoenix is looking great. Go ahead.
No, I was thinking Golden State.
Listen, I got to see how Clay come back. If Clay come back 80% of what he was, and James Wiseman, like, well, listen, they got a good chance of anybody to win it all.
I just hope it doesn't come out to be like right now it's looking like the Derrick Rose when everybody kept expecting Derrick Rose to come back anytime, and 3 seasons later he's a shell of his person.
Yeah. One thing I can say about D Rose though, if you watch D Rose play now, D Rose still nice.
Oh, he's
like D Rose is still nice.
No, I'm not saying that they're not nice, but they're not the same player as before the injury.
True.
Like D Rose, when he put up that 50 burger in Minnesota,
Yeah,
Man,
that was
that had me feeling some type of way. I felt like, man, I'm about to tear up.
yeah, because he got emotional because he knew it was a long road back. It was a long road back for people to realize like he can still play, like he's still that dude. You feel me? So yeah, that was emotional. I remember that. But he doing his thing this year for the Knicks. Ever since he got traded to them,
Back to
even
the, you mean
last year.
get traded back to the Knicks,
Yeah, he
which is
doing his
weird.
thing.
Like you went back to the,
And if everybody go back and look at his numbers with the Knicks, that year, that his first go around with the Knicks, when Melo was there, I think that year he led the league at field goal percentage around the basket for guards. Like he averaged
Mhm.
like 19 points. Like D Rose was balling that year.
He was putting up those Tony Parker numbers because Tony Parker was actually one of the guards during the San Antonio Prime. He had more points in the paint than anybody else.
True. Yeah, he had that floater. Tony was so quick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You couldn't get. And then he floating that thing right. That floater was perfect. But I'm glad we're here. Because all day, and that was what I was getting a notification from this chat I was in, and it's on Facebook. So we was arguing. So dude made a comment that at age 22, Kobe was the best player in the league. And I said he wasn't even the best player on his team at that point in time. Because this is right in the mix of them, I think going on to their second championship. AI was MVP. And it was a time people forget whether like people couldn't decide who was better, T Mac or Kobe, right? At that particular time. But my argument was simple. I said Kobe didn't really become the best player in the league to like 06, 05, 06.
when Shaq left and he became.
Not even, I think, Tim Duncan. Like people just skip over Tim Duncan.
Because he's quiet.
Yeah.
That's
and
why.
that was my point. I was like, Tim Duncan beat them. I said when Tim Duncan beat them, he ended that dynasty. If I hadn't ended that dynasty, we went right back to the finals at 04 and y'all lost. And then who was right back in 05?
Tim Duncan.
Then Shaq and D Wade in 06. Then who was right back in 07?
Tim Duncan.
Then that's when Kobe was on his run. Then Kobe, at that time, it was in 07 when they won it, when San Antonio won it. That's when they like handed the keys over to Tony Parker. And Tony Parker and Timmy was just the anchor. You feel me? And he got buckets when he needed to get buckets. He was still unguardable, but they handed that thing over to Tony Parker, let him and Manu. That's when they start playing faster. You feel me? And then Tim was just the defensive anchor, and he get you buckets when he needed to. But by that time,
Kobe was just there.
Yeah, by that time, Kobe. I say by Kobe had took over. Kobe was the man. I gave him to about like 2010, even though to me that's still debatable. But he won a championship that year, so I'll give it to him. But technically, really, as a player, Brown was better than him by that time. Brown was better than him by 2010, in my opinion. Feel me? That was Brown's second MVP. You know what I mean? Brown just ain't had that big boy power with him. I respect Kobe. Kobe was nice. Greatest offensive games, scoring repertoires ever.
40 point. He averaged 40 points until he got to Detroit. Kobe.
When he was on that run?
Yeah. Averaged 40 points for I forgot how many games off the top of my head.
9 games he did that shit straight, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I
was killing it.
But who he had to take the people don't forget he had to take that was the year he averaged 35, right? People forget AI was leading the league in scoring until Kobe went on that run that season. I think matter of fact, I know he averaged 35, AI averaged 33. This was 06 season, and Brown averaged like 31 point something. Like they were all putting up numbers. Gil averaged like Gilbert Arenas averaged like damn near 30.
I think this is everybody keep forgetting about Gilbert Arenas. This dude was nice.
But do you think Kobe? Back to Michael. Do you think Kobe? You thought he was the best player in 01, 02?
Shaq.
Yeah, I said it's not even close, bro. People forget how great Shaq was in his prime.
Shaq was a beast. Even Kobe said it. He said it during an interview. He said, if Shaq had Kobe's work ethic, he'd be the best player on the planet, better than him. Because you couldn't guard him.
Yeah, he said he would have been better than he would have been the greatest ever. Yeah, he would have been the greatest ever. You know what I mean? And I humbly agree. Like if he would have, but I still take from 2000 to 2002, Shaq. That Shaq. I take that Shaq over everybody. Not his whole career, but that version of Shaq from 2000, 2001, 2002, and maybe even 2003.
Shaq was better in LA during those years than he wasn't with Orlando.
Mm-hmm. And he was a different player. He was a different player. In Orlando, he was way more athletic.
Skinny. He was toned. When he got to LA, Phil Jackson was the one that told him to bulk up.
Yeah, and he still had his agility. And I mean, he still ran that floor, but he was just too big, and they couldn't stop him. Yeah, he was a monster. You know,
it went Shaq, Tim Duncan, because he was still a beast, and I think at that time, everybody keep forgetting about Chris Webber.
Yeah, Chris Webber was up there because Chris Webber was the man, and that was the knock on Kobe, and that's why a lot of people had T-Mac ranked up there. They was like Kobe, and that's one reason why Kobe wanted Shaq gone too, because they was like Kobe isn't the man on his own team. How would Kobe be if he was the number one dude? And he not the number one dude. And when he showed to prove what he could do when he became the number one guy, but he still needed help. Because I'll never forget when he got Shaq up out there, Ray Allen, because that's why he was mad at Ray Allen. Ray Allen made that comment. He was like, now he about to see how it is out here by defend for himself like the rest of us. And I remember Kobe got mad at him. Kobe used to try to go at Ray, but Ray used to go right back at him.
Oh, everybody keeps sleeping on Ray too. He was. I remember he ran point guard for Milwaukee for a while, for a couple of games. When he went to the All-Star game, even the announcer was like, y'all keep forgetting he's run point guard while their point guard was out and still putting up double digits numbers in the 20s and the 30s. Dunking on people. They keep forgetting about him dunking on people.
Mm-hmm. Did the same
Jesus Shuttleworth had hops, people. Come on.
Yes. Super athlete. He was a supreme athlete. People forget that. He was in the dunk contest one time.
What else happened? Oh, it was funny that you mentioned that what Ray Allen's comment ended up coming full circle with him and Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant and what is his name? Paul Pierce. They wanted out of their teams that same year. Because they spent the summer together. Like, hey, where you think you going to end up at? I don't know where you going to think you end up at. Because he couldn't get they both couldn't get no help for their teams.
Yeah.
Then 2 years later,
because I'll never forget, he was complaining. Andrew Bynum, before Andrew Bynum got any good. He was still a young boy because they drafted him out of high school. Jersey product, Jersey all day.
y'all nuts out there. So, proof that y'all nuts.
So he wanted out. Sonny said probably because the NBA have a lot of body contact with it. And okay, she talked about the COVID restrictions. Yeah, that has a lot to do with it too. And then people forget that, you know what I mean? The NFL only play one game a week. So they're not really,
don't forget
NBA,
practice though.
Yeah. But the NBA, shoot, they got a game every other day.
And practice.
So yeah. But man. He definitely wanted out.
Oh, yeah, because everybody keep forgetting the teams that Kobe played with was horrible. They had not on knock on them, but Swoosh Parker. Come on now. Had Kwame Brown at one point.
Smush, he hated playing with Smush. He hated playing with
And
Smush.
before Lamar Odom, before he became the 6th man of the year, Lamar Odom. When he
Lamar
was
was
just coming over
always
from the
good.
Clippers. No, but
No, he
his
came
like
from
his like when he
Lamar
first
came
came
from
over.
Miami. He came from Miami with Caron Butler.
No, I'm saying it's when he came over from first he was with the Clippers, then he went to Miami, then he went to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he came over to LA to play with Kobe, he started playing like Clippers, Lamar Odom first, before he became the 6th man of the year, Lamar Odom.
I don't know. I thought Lamar did good every year. They just ain't had no, like when Lamar first got you, it was him, Caron, Kobe, and like nothing else.
Smooch Parker.
Like they ain't really had much there. And then Caron left, and it was just LO there, and like they ain't really had much. It wasn't until they got Pal, they made that trade, and then
Andrew Bynum got healthy.
Yeah, Andrew, and that was what he really didn't get healthy until like what 09? Because the 08 when
08 series, they didn't have him on the 08 finals. Yeah. 09, he finally stayed healthy enough. 010, he got stayed healthy for the finals for the first time.
Mm-hmm. And then then he came into his own. He became an all-star.
Then he got traded to Philly and went bowling and never came back.
Yeah. Oh, he went to Cleveland. He went to the Cavs. The Cavs had picked him up. People forget that.
I thought it was Charlotte.
Cavs had picked him up. He's with the Cavs.
I'm sorry. I thought it was Philly that picked him up, and he hurt himself then.
Yeah, and then he went to the Cavs.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
He went to the Cavs after that. People forget. I think they traded him to the Cavs, but then he ain't play no games for him.
Nope.
He ain't play no game. I think when he went to the Cavs, I think they had just drafted Kyrie. I believe. I think they had just drafted Kyrie, and he didn't play. And so he was that's after they had that horrible Anthony Bennett first pick.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was
I thought this is a PG show, man. All that violence you spewing out.
Yeah, Anthony Bennett was full, but
wow,
trash.
Talk about horrible draft picks. Jeez. Making me feel better about Darko.
At least Darko could say, I got me a ring. You feel me? At least Darko, I got me a ring.
No, actually, he came into his own when he went to Orlando.
Yeah, but I think he decided he wanted to play overseas or something like that.
He just stopped.
Yeah,
but he was good with Orlando after he left Detroit.
Darko was good. Darko,
I mean,
he just wanted just too much pressure. He had all that pressure on him.
It is just that Joe Dumars passed over a lot of good players that Detroit still talks about. Like Joe Dumars, just oh my god, we could have Carmelo, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. The list goes on.
But he got y'all a ring though. He got y'all a ring.
He didn't do nothing.
And he had y'all. What up, though, Willie? And he had y'all. He had y'all in the conference finals. Y'all went to back-to-back finals.
9.
You feel me?
9 finals. 9 conference finals.
I'm talking about when in the early 2000s.
Oh no, he didn't do none of that.
He
was the equivalent of a human cigar. Like, the game's over with. Darko, go in. What's up, Willie?
What's going on, bro? Miss you on the boards. I'm getting better at it a little bit.
Oh man, I didn't even notice them problems, dude. You good?
Nah, man. What else you want to get into before we get up out of here?
Watch it. It comes to me after the show's over with. Man, we should have talked about.
Yeah, I know, right? That always happened. That always happened to me.
Another fight by Paul.
Who we supposed to fight now?
Shoot. Did we talk about that one already?
Well, his next fight?
No, his last fight.
I'm not
Um,
sure if we talked about that. I
but
think we may have talked. I talked about it. I did talk about it.
oh yeah, you
Oh
did.
yeah,
I caught
yeah,
your show and you talked about it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Shannon Sharp mentioned that until a real boxer comes in, it's you got this guy who's going to be unbeatable until a real boxer actually boxes this fighter.
Yeah, Tyrone though, man. Listen,
Who is he? 0-2 now?
yeah, he on tour against him.
Tell him
He,
stop.
he caught that. This is what the point I was trying to make last time. Like, I hope people who watch these sports, like combat sports, understand there's a difference. First of all, it's a sport. You're not out there really fighting in the street. So to tell who, so whatever, however great you are, because Tyrone Woodley was the man over there in MMA and UFC for a minute. That don't mean nothing when you step in that ring. And vice versa. You could be that man in that ring, but you stepped in that octagon, you feel me? It's a whole different sport. So, you know, I wholeheartedly agree with Shannon Sharp. Like, all right, now we at the point. Stephen A said it too. Like, you can't fool us no more. Okay, now we know you can fight. You got some type of skill. You've been training for a few years now at boxing, and you don't have some fights. Now we want to see you fight somebody who else, another amateur boxer or pro boxer, and see how you do then. You know what I mean? But
I would like to see him go against amateurs first. Don't put him out there like that against a pro. Go against somebody who has been boxing for a few years to build up your stats, because you're still an amateur boxer. So it'd be right just to go against an amateur to start off until you get some actual boxers, actual real boxers under your belt that you win. Then go against some extra pros. Don't do that man like that. I mean, I want to see him get knocked out, but I want to do it the right way.
Nah, you fighting professional fighters. They just not boxers. So now
I get that.
So we can't give him, you know what I mean? The odds are already in his favor. He can fight somebody with a 4-5-0 record similar to his.
Yeah.
You feel me? You know, it's still professional. So, you know, but a real boxer.
Yeah, a real boxer.
A real boxer. You know what I mean? So I'm particularly not going to watch any more fights with him just in there with some MMA deal. Yeah, unless he go into the octagon. If he goes into the octagon, then I watch. I have even more of a respect for him. You feel me? Because he definitely didn't. That mean he went outside his wheelhouse. But at this, and then another thing is he's fighting people. Look how small they are compared to him. That's a big boy. You know what I mean? He a big boy. He ain't no little dude. So, you know.
You got me still thinking about the whole T-Mac thing. T-Mac was a man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got people. I remember vividly, especially growing up when you in that time, you know, at high school, about to graduate in high school, like that era, you know, like, bro, I remember vividly is a lot of people, until T-Mac started having them back injuries, it was a lot of people. You know what I mean? It was like, man, trade Kobe for T-Mac straight up. And I bet T-Mac could get those rings with Shaq, you know what I mean? Just like Kobe did. And everybody was like, yeah. And then you heard what Kobe said. Kobe was like, man, I seen somebody who could do everything I can do, but 2 inches taller and more athletic. Like Kobe seen it. But, you know, injuries. You know what I mean? Once that back go, and then you have that knee injury, it's like, you know, Kobe was able to withstand not having no major injuries. You feel me?
Until he got older. Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah. I'm talking, yeah. I mean, in his prime, that's one thing that helped Bron out. In his prime, he never suffered a major injury. That's why I say all these lists would be different. You know, like my boy Penny. I always say Bron is just a bigger Penny. Penny was my favorite player. Penny was super athletic. He actually had a better handle than
He had a better
Bron
jump shot.
and a better jump shot, but Bron just bigger and
Strong. He bigger, faster.
strong.
Actually,
Yeah.
to be skinnier than LeBron, and LeBron still can outpace you.
LeBron was just a superior athlete, but Penny was a hell of and that's saying something because Penny was a hell of an athlete. You feel me? I tell people go look at some of them like Penny dunking. Penny was dunking on everybody.
Everybody. He was. Penny was more closer to T-Mac, and Penny actually was closer to each other than people a lot give him credit for, except for Penny was a pass first player versus score first.
Mm-hmm.
But even though Penny could score, when Shaq was out, who took on a scoring load? Penny. Shaq came back. Penny went back to passing.
Yeah, Penny definitely could score. T-Mac was the one thing he had on Penny was he was long, tall. He was like, his arms was longer. He was taller. Yeah. He was just, that's what made T-Mac a freak of nature. Like T-Mac was just, he was like
for a while, AI with 7 feet.
Yeah. I mean, one time he stood next to KG, and I was like, damn, they damn near the same height. You feel me? Everybody like KG, like 7 foot, 7'1".
Another player to put on that list of great players on that West Conference.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got Penny. I'm gonna tell you my favorites. I ain't gonna say they top 5, but these are my faves. All right, it starts with Penny. Then it goes Tar Heels. That's all the Tar Heels. You feel me? That's Ed Cota. That's Noel.
So you gonna put Anton Williams in there too?
Anton was my boy. Bucket getter. I think he got down there 20,000 in the league. Anton, National Player of the Year. All of my boys in there. So that's number 2. Then it's KG, Bron, and MJ. That's my 5. That's my 5 favorite. You know what I mean? Oh, that's why when we get into these Bron and Bron and MJ debates, it'd be funny. But it's like I love MJ just as much as I love, you feel me, Bron.
But you know what? Everybody keeps getting on that debate about who's better. Physically, LeBron all day because he's just a freak of nature. But MJ had he has something LeBron doesn't have is the endurance, because he didn't really get injured in his career. He had injuries like fingers and whatever like that. Everybody else gets,
except for his second year in the league when he broke his foot.
I mean, that was a freak injury. He came down wrong. That was a freak injury.
Bron was the same way though. Bron ain't really. You got to think. Bron ain't really. It wasn't until the last couple years.
But he took nights off. Mike didn't. Only time Mike took a night off was when he got suspended for going over.
Even when people say that, even when you look at when he take nights off, like Bron was still playing like 78, 77. What, like he was just playing like 70 in 60 games.
Oh, no.
He was still playing. And a lot of that times it was the coach. They got that. You know who they got that from? Pop.
Yeah, Pop.
Yeah, they got that from Pop.
No, the funniest time that Pop ever did that when he did a Tim Duncan, despite the reasons he put old.
Mm-hmm. And he got fined for that. You know what I mean? People forget David Stern used to fine Pop for that. And Pop still did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I'm resting my boys. Like, why am I?
Like, I'm trying to win a championship. You trying to sell? You trying to get money? I'm trying to get a championship.
And that's when I realized numbers don't really mean much. Because great player you mentioned earlier, Tony Parker. He used to manage Tony Parker minutes.
Yep.
You feel me? And I remember it's this great clip. Y'all can go on YouTube and search it. He's sitting there on the sideline talking to Pop. He's like, Pop, man, I'm 29 years old. He's like, I'm fine. Let me play. That's Tony Parker begging. So a lot of times it ain't the players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you gotta remember, even with MJ, when he broke his foot,
they put him on restriction.
Yeah, and he was ready to come back. He's like, come on, man, let me play. So a lot of times they be making it about the players and it really be them organizations.
True.
Organizations. You feel me? But I still don't like how Kareem get shunned out of that conversation. We talked about that plenty of times too.
All-time greatest scorer. How many championships he won in college? How many player of the years?
Every year he was there.
I mean,
you know,
he won one with the Bucks. He traded to LA.
Won 5 there. You feel me? Got 6 MVPs. Even Magic said he stole a Finals MVP from me. You know what I mean? I was just watching that game the other day too. That when Magic jumped center. You feel?
Oh, you talking about his rookie year?
Yeah, I tell everybody go back and watch that game because people forget about Jamal Wilkes. Jamal Wilkes was killing in that game. But look at how they played then and compared to now.
The rules.
Yeah,
rules will change everything.
It's quite different. It's quite different. And you could tell, that even from the athleticism standpoint and the speed of the game, of the players and the strength of the players, like the players is just different. Of course, Magic was Magic. Darryl Dawkins. Julius was Julius. Dr. J was, you know what I mean? Like those dudes defied time with their athleticism or their physical attributes. But everybody else out there, I think the Sixers had Henry Bibby out there starting. Matter of fact, I know they had Henry Bibby out there starting. And I'm looking at him play, and I'm like, boy, ain't no way bro starting on any team in the NBA today. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Could he play in the NBA today? Probably, yeah. You know what I mean? But ain't no way in hell he had starting point guard in the finals. Not Henry Bibby. Not what I was watching. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You feel me? But I digress. People, we've been here a lot longer than what we're supposed to.
What's the first show for GFT Radio in a new year? Let's bring it in, dude.
And I think we held it down properly. If
I think Sonny be happy for us. No.
Yeah, if I say so myself. You want to hit him with your information before we get up out of here?
I do it tomorrow.
You sure?
Yeah. I have Willie do all the work. You good?
Nah, you right up there. Y'all know what it is.
Okay, since you got it up. Another level up on Instagram, Agent D-Lo on Twitter, Shinlo21 on Twitch, Agent Shinlo on the Xbox Network.
And you already know it's your boy Smooth. You can catch me on Twitter mostly at eTrenton catch me on my blog at kingstruth.com and on Snap at the King's Truth. And I'm on Facebook finally under the Grown Folk moniker because it's supposed to be mainly for the network, but I post personal stuff on there as well. So go check us out there. Make sure y'all join the conversation on that Facebook group. Dame, he runs that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He
post one thing. Post one thing.
Word up. And here we go. I'm about to do up everything. That's the merchandise right there. So
show the hoodie.
You know what I mean? We got hoodies. We got cups. We got shirts, sweaters. We get what else? We got face masks. We got all types of stuff on there. So you know what I mean? Definitely go check us out and hit up all our socials, all the GFT Radio Show socials at gftradioshow.com. That's the main website, and they have all our links on there. So if you don't remember the merchandise link, it's right there on our website. Go to our Twitter and Instagram at GFT_radio, at GFT Radio on Twitch, or GFT Radio Network on Facebook. That's where you see information there. That's what the conversation group is on. So that's about it, people. And catch y'all tomorrow night at 10 p.m. for the main show. Holla at us.